guys, welcome back. This is Sam Shelley, the author, and today we're going to be doing something different, something that I've been wanting to do for like quite a while. There is this new book of this amazing author that has taken the booktok, bookstagram, booktube, all the bookish platforms by a storm. People are raving about it, and so I had to obviously read the book, especially since in my editing video that I posted a few days back, I said that whenever I'm done writing my own book, I usually go to some other author's book and read good English before I can start editing my own. So if you don't already know, I was writing a Reckless Faye. That is like the second book of my Reckless Mafia series. It's going to be coming out soon, and for now we already have Reckless Games. That is the first book in the standalone series of Reckless Mafia. So if you're interested in checking that out, the link is going to be in the description. The blurb is going to be in the description. You can go check it out right now. Okay, coming back. So we went ahead and we read this book. Of course, we're talking about King of Envy by Ana Huang. I absolutely adore Ana. I love her writing, her books, her literally everything. And I'm going to start off by saying one of her first books that I actually read was Twisted Love. Obviously Alex Volkov, my fave. And then we read King of Wrath. That was Dante's book, and again, I love Dante and Vivian. I think so far out of this series, the King of Sin series, my favorite has been King of Wrath. And so we're now going to be talking about the new one that that she has released. Now there are so many things that I could say for this one. Let's start off by the whole plot. I think it was stretched a lot. I have mixed feelings about this book. It for sure wasn't my favorite. Don't get me wrong, I love Ana Huang. I am no match to her writing. Like, she has this amazing sense of making her stories, and there is one thing that about her books that I notice is that she just keeps the story going. There is not going to be like a point in her book where you're going to be like, okay, well, let's move on. But in this book, I particularly felt that, and I found myself skimming through a lot of pages. By the way, I do not have the hard copy just yet because I buy the hard copies of any book when I absolutely fall in love with them. So I like to have them as trophies if I love them. So yes, I have her other books that I've fallen in love with, the Twisted series, the King of Wrath, and etc. But for this one, unfortunately, it just didn't make to the point where I would absolutely crave to have the book on my shelf. And we have our reasons. Let me justify it. There is no doubt there was, well, romance, which she's obviously famous for. But then, like I said, the plot was so stretched in a way that we just kept getting a lot of Stella Alonso, a lot of other characters, the crossovers, the potential new characters that she's going to be releasing in her new book. There was just so much of it. I thought that the book was stretched a little, well, long for no reason. And if we hadn't had, so many extra characters and like they're just coming in for no reason, because I particularly felt that, well, okay, if you wanted to introduce, like I introduce characters in my book, there is no doubt about that, and obviously I learned to do it from her. But at this point, I just thought that the other characters were taking up so much of the book time. Like, we had the screen time, so the book time, we did not really absorb in the essence of Rook and Ayana. And so that is one thing. I think easily the book could have been like 100 pages shorter if like we did not have those extra bits and pieces of new characters and etc etc. Sure, they can get their, you know, highlights were necessary, but I think there was just so much of Christian, and Stella and everybody else, too much of Stella and her couple and then Dante and all of that, it was like a little distracting from the main plot. That's one point. And then I also felt, without any spoilers, that the plot was a little messy. Again, I'm saying all of this from a reader's point of view, because let me tell you, I might be an author, but authors are first readers, like, please. So don't come on me for that. I love Ana, and I know there are going to be like so many people who love her, and I'm going to try and not like spoil the book, but I'm going to be like just giving my honest review on it. So let me talk about the point where, you know, the main villain was revealed and everything. So like that was so anticlimactic and childish. I don't know, I did not connect with that part of the book. At the same time, it was also a little bit corny, because it was like literally giving like those Disney villain monologues, and it was just kind of like giving me secondhand embarrassment. And you want to know the cherry on top? I get it, it's fiction, but then fiction also needs to be a little realistic. That I learned in my writing over time, and this is the feedback that I got from my writers, that okay, you make fiction, like, you know, the fantasy fictions where you can make unbelievable things believable, but this is like the real world fiction, you know. So the point where the two main characters are literally saved from an armed assailant by a fucking cat. Yes, I mean, I'm sorry, but I couldn't take that seriously. Can you? There was like too much of this book that felt like it was like just, you know, setting up for the future copies, like I said. So that point just, you know, made me drag through a lot of pages. And we have the point where, you know, sign language was incorporated, which was a nice touch because of the inclusivity, but it was then dimmed by the fact that Ayana just somehow conveniently knows ASL. Like, supposedly she has an aunt who lost her hearing, and she learned it to communicate with her, and would think that someone whom you put in the effort to learn ASL would be making an appearance, but no, there was nothing of this mystery aunt other than the singular brief mention. It's like giving, you know, plot convenience, and I felt that there was like literally nothing new about Ayana. I felt that it was literally one of those copy-pasted characters, the female characters that Ana has already written. So that was also a bit throwing me off. Now let's come to Wook. Wook, I can't say that I actually hate him, but I did not like him either, because, like, let me make this clear. I like possessive men. I love fictional, morally gray, possessive men obsessed with you, who are going to kill anybody who's going to mess with you, who are just there to burn the world for you and all that shit. I write that shit. So, like, I know how much, you know, it sells and how much people love it. But the problem with Wook was that he was very indecisive. He himself did not know what he wanted. And that was throwing me off, because at first he just goes ahead and says, well, he's going to stay away from Ayana, he's going to watch her from the distance, he's going to be obsessed with her and all that shit, but he is not, oh yes, and he's going to just not let anybody, you know, any other men get her. Why can't you just man up and like have the balls to actually go and fight your girl? If you want her, like, just go and put in some action. One thing I do not like about the male lead is when they just keep talking about how they're going to burn the world for the woman they love, and then, you know, I'm going to kill him, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you do know what's going to happen if I see you with this other man, and blah 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 blah. But when the time actually comes, they don't implement on it. They're just talking and talking. So it's like, Words without actions don't matter. And that is in like real life. In real life, why do most women do not like men? Because they just talk and they ramble shit, but they don't act on their words. They don't actually put their words into action, and that's where, you know, the expectations, they go down the drain and literally into the gutter. So that's the problem, and that is one of the problems that I felt with the first book of Rina Kent that I read. That was God of Wrath with Jeremy Wolkoff. Same problem. He just kept saying for Cecily, if I was not wrong, the girl in that book, the main lead, that I'm going to, you know, kill the guy, whoever, if she's seen with anybody else, you know, the whole possessive male dominant dialogues. And then there was literally no moment where he actually did that. And then there was kind of like, it was similar with the book, is what I felt. The ridiculous part about like this book was that Wook had the audacity to get mad at his best friend for marrying Ayana. He says, I saw her first. I mean, yes, and you didn't do shit about it, buddy. He watched her from afar in the distance for years, never approaching her despite having every opportunity to do so. He did it, right? And then he is all angry at his best friend for marrying her. Maybe it's just me, but like, I find men who just talk and don't do shit extremely unattractive. And that is the problem that I got into writing, because men in real life will not do what they say, but men in my books, they do what they say. So that's one thing. I don't know how anybody found that attractive, like the fact that he said he'll never approach Ayana but kill any other man who gets with her. Like, that's stupid. Why should she even consider you if you do not want to approach her? Like, just have some balls, go talk to her like a normal human being, right? That's a good idea. And then people also called Wook the #1, you know, yearner, pining person. I still think that title still belongs to Christian Alistair. Guy did stuff. I have to give it to him for that. And for me, well, nobody comes close to how obsessed Kristen Alistair was with Stella Alonso compared to Wook. I mean, if you actually talk about the obsessed male lead list, Zayd Rita still tops it. But but in Ana's series, I think Kristen Alistair and Dante did a much better job than Wook. That is for sure. So to sum this all up, Wook's behavior for me was very pathetic at a lot of points in the book, and I could not help myself from rolling my eyes. Don't get me wrong, but I love Ana. I absolutely adore her books, and this one just did not cut the mark for me. So I'm going to rate this a good 2 stars. 2.5 if I give her the grace marks because she's Ana Huang, and for the fact that she got Chris Gray to do the song for her book. I love the song, but overall this book did not cut it for me. Let me know what you think in the comments. You can obviously agree to disagree, because reading is very subjective, and there are a lot of people who absolutely adored the book. They loved the book. The ratings themselves say for the fact. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to connect with me, all my socials are going to be linked in the description. I am also an author, like I've already mentioned. You can check out my work, visit my Instagram for more stuff, Patreon, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to connect with more bookish talk, bookish experiences, a lot about self-publishing, because I'm literally going to be like covering my self-publishing journey on YouTube. Everything that you should do, should not do, the secrets of self-publishing, the marketing tactics, everything. I am going to be making a complete playlist, and I have already released a lot of videos on that, and I'm still making quite a few, along with whatever happens in my life. So we're going to do a little bit of vlogging, we're going to do a little bit of, you know, everything, and just keep it all chill vibes here. Do not forget to join my Discord channel, by the way, because that is where we go absolutely feral, talking everything about the book talk. Like, there is book talk, you can rant, you can discuss, you can promote, you can, you know, just talk about your general life and make good friends there. So like, join my channel right now. I just made that server, so I have people connecting with me on there, so do not waste any time. Go ahead and do it right now. The link is going to be in the description, and I cannot wait. You can also chat with me there live, and I am also going to be releasing some secret fun stuff, exclusively secret fun stuff on my Discord server. It's by the name Sam Shelley's Book Club, so go ahead and join it. And that is all for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye bye.